Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel, and let's talk about NASCAR 25. Alrighty guys, so let's talk about 5 things we haven't seen in NASCAR 25. We've got, number 1, we haven't seen a damage model yet in NASCAR 25. Obviously, that's probably going to be in the game. There is a damage model in Iracing itself, and we've seen damage models in, obviously, World of Outlaws, SRX, and etc. from Monster Games. So there will be some sort of damage model in the game, more than likely, but we haven't seen that yet in gameplay. So that's something we haven't seen. We also have not seen custom setups. We haven't seen that feature in the game. Is that going to actually be in it, or is it not going to be in, like, NASCAR Ignition? And I know people are saying don't compare this game to NASCAR Ignition. Kind of have to, because that's the last game on everybody's mind. So I think it's going to be better for sure, but still we got to ask the question, is it actually going to be good first launch of the game? I mean, we just have to ask that question now, because it stings from last time. It looks like it should be far better, but once again, that's what we thought with NASCAR Ignition, so I know, don't compare the two, but it looks very similar, and so that's kind of what's stuck in the back of your brain when you're looking at this. So I think it's going to be better, but everything with a grain of salt. So will there be custom setups? As the one thing that we had hoped to see in NASCAR Ignition. I think that probably actually would have helped the game out a whole lot if we could actually have figured out what on earth was going on with the car to be able to make adjustments to it to make it drivable. Unfortunately, that feature never materialized in the game, and it just was an undrivable mess. And so, will that be in NASCAR 25, or is it simply going to be NASCAR Heat, where you don't get to make any adjustments on the car? Basically how it is now in the sport. You don't get to make any adjustments before the race. You only get to make adjustments during the race. Is that how it's going to be set up, or are we going to get custom setups? That's a question that has not been answered yet. Then we have custom paint schemes. Now, yes, we've heard that there's going to be a paint booth. No, we have not seen any of the customizations. So that's something that we haven't really seen yet to be able to say, yeah, it's going to be really, really good, really detailed. I mean, for the PC guys, is there going to be an option to upload a custom-made paint scheme into the game? I don't think there will be, but obviously with like iRacing, there kind of is that option. This has to be more designed for consoles and PC, so I don't think that is going to be an option, but still, we haven't seen how in-depth a custom paint scheme is going to be yet. So that's something we have not seen in the game yet. Then we got number 4, modes. What modes are we going to have? We have not seen single race. I'm going to assume that single race is going to be in the game. But what I want to know specifically about that with single race, practice mode, custom championships, all these different modes that we've kind of come accustomed to with NASCAR 25, or NASCAR Heat 5, is with the single race option, are you going to be able to race the Cup cars on Lime Rock? Are you going to be able to race the trucks on Mexico City? Are those crossovers possible? Is it going to be series locked? You can only race this car here and this car over there. Is there going to be an option to be able to race all the types of cars on the different tracks? I mean, you got all the tracks in the game. I mean, it seems like it would be a fun option. Once again, it's an option. Would be fun. Would be enjoyed to be able to have the option to run the next-gen cars on all of the tracks that they don't regularly run in the single race or practice mode, or even to be able to have it in a custom setup or custom championship setup where you could put Lime Rock into the Cup Series season for you to be able to run as a custom championship mode. So that would be fun. Once again, we have not seen single race, we haven't seen a practice mode, which we wouldn't necessarily need a practice mode, because if you're going to be having single race, that kind of doubles as that anyways. So, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to have that, but just options, like if you can't do full fields of the Cup cars with at Lime Rock, would you be able to then just take a Cup car to Lime Rock just to practice around it? As I said, that it just seems like that would be a fun feature to me. So that's something that I would like in the game, but not confirmed. So we have not seen single race necessarily in the game yet. We haven't seen a option for like setting up your custom championship to be able to run, which would be fun. So Haven't seen that, and haven't seen a practice mode kind of in that same genre of single race. We haven't seen any of that confirmed or denied. So hopefully we have single race. I'm pretty sure we're going to custom championship. I really like to be able to have that to set up the different races when they start with. I mean, that's just fun. That's just a whole lot of fun. Will we get to see that? I don't know. It's definitely going to be. It looks like it's going to be a game full of features, but it really sounds like from what has been said with how the career mode is going to be, that's definitely going to be bare bones. It's not, if you're looking for F1 or NASCAR Heat 5 customizable or the championship mode, I don't think it's going to be quite that. I hope it might be, not, obviously not F1, but I definitely would like to see the feature from NASCAR Heat 5 of making your own custom championship. I would like to see that crossover, but I'm kind of thinking it's not going to happen, but it would be nice if it did nonetheless. But I don't foresee that happening, but it would be a nice feature if they had it. And then number 5, this is actually pretty important that we have not seen. It has not been in a NASCAR game to my knowledge, but it's something that the Cup Series, the Truck Series, Xfinity, they have done in recent history, even this year, and that is race in the rain. Will we see weather events in this game? I really don't think so, but it would be nice to be able to even have, like, hey, a rain delay. I mean, obviously you have like F1 now, you have red flags, you come down pit road, you stop, maybe you change up strategy. That's a great feature. Will this be in this game? I don't think so, but rain has now played a very pivotal role in the Cup Series, in Xfinity, in trucks, where rain delays ends the race, and so if you decided not to pit, that is a whole season right there, because you now win. Because you decided not to pit, you're in the front, you leading, you get the win because of rain delay that ended up canceling the race. So will we see weather events? Will we see racing in the rain? I know obviously iRacing has racing in the rain, racing in different weather situations. Will we see that in this game? Probably not. Because it has not been confirmed, hasn't really been talked about, hasn't even really been seen. But that is a very pivotal piece to NASCAR now that wasn't several years ago. You would never see the cars racing in the rain for NASCAR Heat 4, NASCAR Heat 5, that era of racing. You really did not see that. There was some in the Xfinity, but really there was not that much rain racing. NASCAR has become far more comfortable with doing it of late with the newer rain tires and newer procedures, newer safety equipment on the cars. So that is something that's really pivotal now to how races actually go forward, especially on road courses and even short tracks now. So will we see that option? I don't think so, but just that is something definitely look forward to, hopefully in the next rendition of the game, something that I would encourage iRacing Monster Games to work towards, because that is now a very pivotal part now of how racing works in NASCAR world. Because obviously several years ago it wasn't that pivotal, because we just stopped the race, waited until the rain went away, or we just ended it. So there's still weather events of the rain just being canceled, the race being canceled because of rain, and you could be in the lead. So I mean, maybe it's not even racing in the rain. Maybe they don't get that mechanic in the game, but maybe they get a weather event in the game where it's like, hey, it's starting the rain, we gotta stop because lightning or something. The rain's coming, you can see it in the game. Doubt that is even remotely possible. But obviously that's something that the F1 games have, something they've had for a long time, even from F1 2020. Honestly, one of the best games ever. And it just, yeah, that is like the pinnacle. We're asking the pinnacle of this game for the first time. Will it be in the game? Probably not. So that's just 5 features that I just thought of while out working in the blistering heat of Florida. About, I think it was like 105 comfort zone. Whew, that was hot. Got a little bit of crampy going on. Had to get some electrolytes back in the body. But anyways, just some 5 features that I was thinking, I have not heard anything about this from the devs. That's something interesting, and I just wanted to basically talk about that, because that's just 5 things I haven't thought about. 5 things I haven't seen or heard about. So maybe I've missed something. Maybe I haven't seen something where they were talking about that, but that's just 5 things that I remember I have not heard about or seen anything about in the game. And so let me know if I haven't seen it and there's something out there. Hey, let me know down in the comments. But that's just I thought that was interesting, something I wanted to talk about, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also remember to please like and subscribe to the video if you enjoyed today's content. We'll see you guys here next time The Combustion Gamer with game news and more gaming content. Thanks, guys, so much. Bye bye.